Why do we have to make an observation report when we already have documentation aspects? Nolan Schneider, field researcher of the Racial Physiology Archives, was eager to get this impromptu expedition over and done with, despite being within the lands of the Toyori Shogunate for only a few days. Accompanying him were fellow researchers Michael Traynor and Samantha Valnus of the Societal and Religious Archives respectively, the former answering his colleague's complaint/question via long-range communications. We've been over this. Documentation aspects are in short supply at the moment, and what we do have are being used on other worlds. Until another shipment comes in, we have to take a more direct approach. Besides, I thought you wanted to get out of the office. Correction. It was Samantha that wanted to get out of the office. I, on the other hand, never wanted to leave the comfort of said space. Said researcher quickly butted into the conversation. Keep the line clear, you two. We still have a job to do. Brief acknowledgements were given before the line was cut once more, leaving him at the cliffside post with but his attendant and a desire to return to his office as soon as possible. Fortunately for him, he would soon get that wish. For along the singular lone road the outpost overlooked, he could see a caravan out in the distance, barely visible to the naked eye, but with the aid of his binoculars, more than enough for Nolan to get a good look. The sudden change of demeanor did confuse his assistant, however, who then sought to inquire as to what was going on. Are those the Ogroni by any chance, sir? Well, they are the only sapient race on this world besides humans, and I see no humans in that caravan. I suppose that's a fair point, sir. What do you suppose their duties are? That is for Michael to find out. But if I were to wager a guess, I'd say they were merchants based on the goods. Now shut up and be ready to record my observations. Moments passed as the caravan drew ever closer and closer, until Nolan finally spoke up. Alright, based on calculations and observations, they appear to be around 10 feet 4 inches or about 3.14 meters tall, on average. Skin appears to be of a rough texture, though I would have to get a closer look to confirm. But color appears to vary between shades of red, blue, and black. You're getting all of this, right? Yes, sir, I am. Readjusting his binoculars, the researcher resumed listing off his findings. They seem to possess a unanimous eye color of black with gold irises and teeth of a carnivorous nature, along with a set of horns on top of their head. Further research will have to be conducted to see if these traits are universal. Without another word, he dismissed his assistant, satisfied with his current findings, and hoping it'll be enough to get him transferred back to the office, letting someone else handle the dirty work. Michael Traynor was giddy, for not long after he begun searching through the public records the Shogunate kept, he encountered one of the scholars who worked there and was able to strike up a conversation. The old Ogroni proving a veritable goldmine of information. So if you don't mind me asking, why exactly are merchants regarded so poorly? The scholar scoffed in derision at the question. Because they do not make use of their own skills. Rather, they profit off the hard work of others. Their existence is only tolerated because they're useful to those looking to make some extra coin. I see. Are there any other professions that operate in such a manner? Fortunately, no. The rest of Ogroni society understand the value of hard work and do not leech off the efforts of others. From the shogun who rules all, to the peasantry and artisans who produce everything of value within the shogunate. Michael rapidly scribbled in this latest info before speaking again. And who exactly handles local administration? That would be the Granted, which include the samurai, priests, and scholars, among whose ranks I am included. We are referred to as such due to being granted land by the Chosen in exchange for our efforts. How original. Michael couldn't help but think to himself. Oh well, he wasn't in charge of naming shite. So who is he to judge? Although one thing did pique his curiosity. And who are these Chosen? They are the direct masters of the Granted. The daimyo, the courtiers, and the guji. They serve as advisors and assistants to the three high leaders, though they have different tasks and responsibilities depending on who they serve. Though they are typically defined by their land holdings, they are referred to as the Chosen because they are chosen by the three high leaders. And so if they fail in their duties, they can easily be replaced. And those that appoint them? Who are these high leaders? The lowest among them is the Saishu, the spiritual leader of the Shogunate, a role normally granted to a particularly pious member of either the Emperor's or the Shogun's family, the previous being a sister of the latter. However, due to recent events, the role has been transferred to a peasant girl. That last detail made Michael's eyebrow perk up. This was a development the World Archivist himself would like to know more about. And so he made a mental note to himself to bring it up with him, as the scholar continued speaking. Above her is the administrative leader of the Shogunate, the Emperor. He is the one who ensures everything within the Shogunate runs smoothly, from the collection of taxes to the allocation of resources. Above all stands the Shogun, the head of the Toyori military, and the official leader of both the Shogunate and the entire country of Aidora. Chief legislator, mediator, and protector of the people, both Ogroni and human. Much like the Emperor, the position of Shogun is hereditary, though there are hints of meritocracy, seeing as the position is given to the child most qualified for the role. More furious scribbling followed this, before Michael finished and closed his notes. This is a lot of great info. Thank you for speaking with me. The scholar gave a warm chuckle before responding. Think nothing of it. I am always willing to aid in the pursuit of knowledge. If there's anything else you need, do not hesitate to ask. If you enjoyed this week's video, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And if you would like to see more in the future, then consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.